Today I'm going to talk about something interesting in the sense that I found from the Russia-Ukraine war that there is a parallel with business warcraft. Now, let me explain. Back in the 1990s, I published a book based on my research, PhD research into strategy of top ASEAN corporations. And from the statistics that we collected, the data that empirical data we collected from the CEOs and the top managers within the region, we found that if we analyze the sample of top companies in ASEAN who succeeded in the ASEAN region back in the 1980s, they conform to the principles laid down by Sun Tzu in The Art of War. Now, what I've seen in this Russia-Ukraine war, that the reverse may be true, and that is, from the research that we do in business, from a strategy perspective, that it has a parallel to warfare too. Now, for example, right, problems are emerging in the internet about the Russian operation, about a special military operation. And they have appointed a new commander, and his name is Alexander Donivkov, and he is brought in, I believe, in order to enable Russia achieve the goals. Now, one of the fundamental purpose of any strategic planning and strategy is to achieve goals, maybe quantitative or maybe qualitative. And what is most important in this case is that he has a timeline, right? Alexander has to achieve those goals probably by May the 9th, 2022. Now, what is interesting is if you were to look back at the book I published in this and was actually selected by Blackwell in Oxford as Spring Choice. If you look at chapter 15, the title was Achieving Goals in Waging Wars. Now that's the chapter in the book. And I found, statistically speaking, the ad-hocracy in planning, that means ad hoc planning, that is not thorough, that is not well coordinated, that is not well structured, will result in a failure to achieve goals. Now that is a very fundamental finding I found in ASEAN companies, the top, from the survey of top ASEAN companies. And you find that this is parallel in this Russia-Ukraine war, that the real problem was that there's the emerging, of course they're sporadic, of course we need to reaffirm, we need to verify, but it seems that there was poorer coordination than expected. And I therefore suggest that maybe, right, this strategy is truly universal. It cut across, it's applicable in politics, in war, in economics, and most interestingly now, of course, we find a war that there are the reverse side of it, there's a reverse side to it of economic sanction. So after this, I would then explain to you, in the same chapter, another very important correlational diagram pertaining to strategy, and that I relate back to you, to Sun Tzu Art of War. I look forward to explaining to you that in the second video. Thank you.